Limitless X Holdings is building a dynamic, value-driven ecosystem designed to help individuals look good and feel great by integrating health, wellness, entertainment, community building, and brand development. With me is Jas Mathur, the CEO of Limitless X Holdings, a global health and wellness company. I guess we can officially say that's what the company is. So now for those who are not familiar with Limitless X, give me an overview, explain the company.
The purpose of the company, we starting it is all about look good and feel great. That's the one thing anyone has in common at an international level. And I started it based off my passion for health after transforming my life, not just mentally, but physically, and then understanding the purpose behind why I wanted to change, and then wanting to empower others with, my transformation, things I've gone through, and, certain goals. And everybody today wants to become the best version of themselves. They want to, don't look at what's going on social, rather focus on what's in front of you. And the whole idea of the products and services and things that we're going to be expanding into later on and offering is to help people live limitless. And limitless could be whatever they set their mind to be, right? So that's the idea of it.
What's your story?
My story, I grew up in Montreal, Canada. I was born in India, in New Delhi. I started my first business in 96 when I was 11 years old. And the unfortunate problem was at the time you couldn't really travel or move around and run, internet-based business off your phone, which you can today. So I was confined to my desk, sitting, eating, working, doing all kinds of things. And that took a major toll on my health. Being a big fan of different types of combat sports and, seeing the supplements industry kind of take off and grow in 2005, 2007, I decided that I wanted to get into that industry and at the same time change my life around with social media coming out. And slowly, one day I'm an extremist, so I'll take my time and do one thing and suddenly I'll switch. And I just decided to said today, hey, I need to change my life. And at one point I weighed over 450 pounds.
Okay. So, wow, you made the commitment.
Correct.
And you feel great today. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I feel like biohacking,
yes,
longevity, we're hearing a lot of especially in Silicon Valley,
yes,
a lot of talk of that lately. I mean, what do you attribute that interest to?
So the thing is, because people today don't just want to live longer, they want to live better. They want to be sharper, stronger, feel better. And I think that with all of the technology that's available at our fingertips, the healthcare technology, the wearable devices, personalized medicine, personalized supplements, that's where I see the future of health going in general. DNA testing, genetic testing. So people are becoming more and more aware, and also thanks to social media. So they are becoming more and more aware, but they also understand that they want to look and feel better. And that's why they're starting to understand even organic foods, how that makes a difference, and nutrients, vitamins. So that's definitely at an infancy stage, but I see the industry evolving into personalized supplements and personalized medication.
Wow. I mean, it's so interesting. And the amount of technology that we have at our fingertips now that we've never had before. You can monitor, all kinds of things all the time. What are some exciting milestones on the horizon for your company?
So one of the exciting milestones is, we're doing a lot of corporate restructuring at the moment, which is very important. I mean, having the marketing platform and having access to a lot of, cameras and fame and things like that is one thing, but then having the right corporate structure, the right team in place, and having a proper, internal controls and things that we needed to adjust on our end, that's going to allow us to do what we want in terms of creating that impact when it comes to global health, right? And I always say fame is the platform, but the true purpose is empowerment. So we are looking to expand into different types of health technologies and, things of that nature. And of course, grow the company, grow the business, expand into international markets, distribution, big box stores across the US, Canada, Mexico, Asia. We have Manny Pacquiao, who's world renowned. He's a partner. He's also a global brand ambassador for the company. So there'll be a lot of interesting things and developments coming over a course of the next 3 to 6 months.
And you are expanding into India, correct? Yeah. So why that market? And you're from there.
Yeah, so I was born there. I left India when I was 6, but I've been going back and forth the last few years. And, there's the population, the Indian population is the most populated country in the world, but the amount of people that have diabetes, the type of food that they eat, not understand how rich the food is, and of course, me being from there and growing up, I'd like to give back to the community as well. And I feel I have a real life story that people can relate to. And it's very emotional. It's very deep, and it's not just on the outwards, but it's the inside, right? And that's what matters. And a lot of people still can change their outer appearance, but they have trouble facing who they are on the inside. So I feel that's relatable, and starting with India and then expanding, into a lot of other markets.
Okay, so I want to ask first how businesses can find out more if they're interested in just learning more about the company, maybe investing, something like that. How can they find out?
So for investors, it's ir.limitlessx.com. That's our investor relations site. And then the main site is limitlessx.com. That's where we have our products, which is our nutraceuticals, or coffee concentrates, and many other new products that we're going to be rolling out over the course of the next few months.
And I guess that's where consumers would go to take a look at the products. Are they just online or in stores?
We have some stores. We've started stores right now in the state of Texas, slowly, but we are going to be expanding into some major retail outlets in the U.S.
All right. Very interesting, Jas. Thank you so much.
Thank you.